I want to welcome you back to Black Site tonight. We're going to talk about the case between Karmelo Anthony, who stabbed and killed Austin Metcalf during a track meet in Frisco, Texas. First, I would like for you to subscribe to this channel, hit that like button, hit that notification button, but also comment on this video. There are millions of people who are mad that Karmelo Anthony, during a track meet, him and Austin Metcalf got into a confrontation and Karmelo Anthony stabbed Austin Metcalf to death. Those who happen to be conservative on the right or white want justice against Karmelo Anthony. What Karmelo Anthony is saying is that he was standing his ground. He was defending himself against Austin Metcalf during this incident. It was said that he was sitting down during the track meet under a canopy, which was the canopy of the track team that Austin Metcalf was on. Austin Metcalf walked up to him and asked him to leave. They said he threw his gym bag and other things, and they got into a confrontation. And it seems like Karmelo Anthony ended up stabbing Austin Metcalf. But I have this to say. During these track meets, they're usually videos. Videos because they want to see the athletes run. Most of the time, they're videos because they want to put it on public access or local TV. I believe that possibly there's a video of this incident which happened, in which these two had this conflict in this dispute, which ended up with Austin Metcalf dying in his twin brother's arms. But we don't know what truly happened until this case is adjudicated. Now, Karmelo Anthony was arrested. He had $1 million bond. He's going to go to court, and they're going to try and get that bond lowered so he can be released from jail. But he's basically asking, so he asked the police what happened to the young man, because he didn't know that he killed him. He was saying that he was standing his ground. And my thing with the Austin Metcalf thing is, if you didn't want him there, you could have went and talked to your track coach. You could have went and talked to his track coach. So what really happened with this incident? Both of these were athletes, both track, both played on separate football teams. We know that they have a lot of testosterone once things get started with young men. But it seems like this has gone to a whole nother level since the defendant is black and the person who was killed is white. We see the conservatives, the white people wanting justice, basically calling this young man a thug. But the black community has come out in full force for Karmelo Anthony, saying he had the right to stand his ground. And if he wanted him to be removed, he should have went to the coach. He should have went to somebody in authority to ask them to have this young man move from where he was sitting, because he was sitting in the wrong area. We don't know how Austin Metcalf approached him. His father was saying that he did not start the incident. It seems like his brother was saying something and he stopped saying it when his mother was there. So we really don't know what happened. We don't know really who started the incident, because we have not heard Karmelo Anthony's side of the story. But he is getting support from his family, Karmelo Anthony. But it seems like the racists, those people out there who are extremely angry that this young man is dead, is going after Karmelo Anthony. And Karmelo Anthony is using the law that so many other white men have used against black men when it comes to standing his ground. That is a law. You can use this. And this is what he's possibly going to use. That he was scared for his life, and he felt as though he needed to defend himself in this situation. It seems like his lawyer is going down that alley, that he's going to use that defense. He said that basically he's going to get as much information as he can, as possible, of what happened. But it seems like the police are firmly on the side of the Austin Metcalf family. So it's going to be an uphill fight for Karmelo Anthony, especially in Texas, and I believe it's in Tarrant County, one of the most conservative parts of Texas. It's going to be tough for this young brother, but I tell you what, use the law. Do what they have done to us. Plenty of times they have used stand your ground for a man stepping on a damn lawn, or a young man jogging through the neighborhood and someone said, why you jogging? So don't worry about that. Use the law that they created for themselves. And let's see if Karmelo Anthony can be set free. Because if there is a video, it will show everything that actually went on. Who was the aggressor? His father said he was not the aggressor. I doubt it. Because if you come up to somebody who's sitting there and you tell him to leave and he says no, the first thing you do is you go get somebody who's in charge, who has the authority, someone who can remove that person. You don't get into a physical confrontation with the individual and you see what happened. But when you have the nuts out there who want justice right away, and they want this young man to spend the rest of his life in jail, he has the right, just like any other man has the right, to defend himself. It's your law. Now you're going to have to deal with it. I would love to hear your comments in the comment section. I want to thank you for listening to Black Psych. Hope you subscribe to this channel. Smash the like button, but also share this video.